How's everyone doing today? It's 2 o'clock. We're going to get started. Today we're going to be talking about Los Angeles wrongful death lawyer. And before we get started, let me just let me know if you can hear me. Just give me a 1 in the chat box over there on your webinar chat box. Okay. So here we go. We have some good news over the past week. We were able to break into page 1 of Google for personal injury lawyer, personal injury attorney, NY for one of our clients, which is, as you know, as you can imagine, one of the most competitive keywords out there. And our client showed up here on page 1, number 5, for personal injury lawyer NY. And you may notice that my screen has some different metrics, link analysis here underneath each of the listings, the Google listings. This comes along with the SEO Moz toolbar in Firefox, like you see up here. This one you can get for yourself. It's called SEO Moz, M-O-Z. Just search for it in Google. And the other one is called the SEO Book toolbar, and we'll be using these for our analysis today. So let's go right into Los Angeles wrongful death lawyer here in Google. And the first thing I like to do is just take a quick look at the players in the market. And if you look down here, the first one is a subdomain, losangeles.ehlinedlaw.com. And it's an inner page of that site, expert wrongful death attorney. And if you notice, even here in Personal Injury Attorney New York, what Google is doing now is they're seeing synonyms, and they're expecting to see synonyms, not just the exact match terms each and every time. So here it highlighted accident lawyers as if that was the same thing as personal injury lawyers. So it sees that accident lawyers is just as good as personal injury lawyers in their search, in their index. So it's very important to note, because in the past you'd have to put the exact term here, like some of these other people did, New York personal injury attorneys, right here in the title of the page that you're trying to rank. And some penalties recently have been given out where you can't get to page 1 as easily if you're over-optimized for these things. The title, the URL here, and the description. So it's good to mix it up and to put synonyms in, and also not just the exact match, but mix in different words in between. Like here it says New York-based personal injury law firm. So it's not the exact match. We use synonyms, law firm, and put a word in between there. So that's under optimizing the titles, URLs, and descriptions, which is key these days. So anyway, I like to look at how people are writing these descriptions for any search that we're analyzing. Los Angeles wrongful death lawyers, as you can see here, these people have the terms throughout in all 3 of these cases. And you can see they have authorship set up, which is important. Los Angeles wrongful death attorney here, and in the description. So it seems like most of these have the term or some kind of term in the title, description, and URL. Okay. Yeah, so on first look, there's no real holes in the titles, description, or URL of the competitors, so they're all doing a pretty good job of that. And they're not exact match, except for this one here. This one's exact match title, the way they did it. So they're all doing pretty well, pretty good job. So the first thing I like to do after I just look at the competition inside Google is go into the Market Samurai tool. And this is a paid tool. It's one time. And I don't use it for everything. It's like a standard tool with internet marketers. But the only thing I like to use it for is the SEO competition module here. and I'll show you why in a second. So I put the keyword up top, Los Angeles wrongful death lawyer, and then it's going to populate the top 10 spots in Google and give you all these metrics for each one. So if I hit generate results, it'll pull these from the Majestic SEO index for the last 60 days. So it's pulling information from Majestic SEO, which is another tool we'll get to in a minute. Okay, so what's interesting here is that this site here is only a year old. Number 2 is a year as well, but the rest of them have been around for a very long time, 9 years or more. And as you can see, if you look at the actual players, it looks like these two, all of these are attorneys, except for this one. So this FindLaw directory is number 4, but the rest of them seem to be law firms. So right off the bat, I can tell you that this is a pretty competitive term, and one that you shouldn't really expect to rank for very, very quickly, unless, of course, you're using something like a YouTube video that's already on a very strong and authoritative domain with tons of backlinks. Then a YouTube video I can see ranking up here pretty quickly. But for your attorney or law firm website, it might take a little while, especially if it's brand new. So let's just go through these here. The page rank of each page here that's listed. The top one is 5, 3, 3, 4. So this is pretty solid. CF and TF are citation flow and trust flow. These are just Majestic SEO figures that show you how trustworthy and how many links are going to the site from trustworthy sources. Index count is how many pages are on the site. As you can see, the directory has 295,000. This site here has 3,000 pages along with these sites down here. So some pretty big authoritative sites in the space, except for this one here is pretty weak, and this is a spot, these two spots you might be able to take out, but the rest of them are rather strong. So here it'll tell you right here if the keyword is in the title on the right, if the keyword is in the URL, in the description and the header. And FindLaw is the only site with those 4 factors lit up as yes. The rest have some work to do in terms of on-page optimization. But like I said, I looked at them firsthand in Google, and it seems like many of them have the terms or synonyms of the term in the title, URL, description, and the header we didn't look at. Thus on-page, like actually on the page, you can see subheadings with or without the term in it. Okay, so most importantly here are the backlinks going to the website. And backlinks are, so these are links right here. If you hover over them and you click on them, it'll bring you to these pages. These are all links. And just for clarification, as long as you're going to hear me say things like anchor text. Anchor text is any of the text that's found in a link. Sometimes it's the actual address, like here, and other times it's a word or phrase. Let me see. Like here, this is a word or phrase. This is anchor text. Los Angeles wrongful death lawyer, gray law. This is anchor text. Okay, and this is not a link here. It just tells you the address. So let's go back now that we've described anchor text real quickly. And these links, the first 2 are from referring domains. That means how many different websites are linking into this particular page or website. And this is a lot more important than the total number of links, because one website can link in, let's say, 10, 20, 30 times, and that's not as impressive as if 1,000 different sites linked in one time each. So referring domains to the whole domain shows you how authoritative the entire website is, not just the page that's ranking. So this is a page here on this website, losangeles.ehlionlaw.com is the domain, and this inner page after the slash is the one that's ranking. So how many referring domains to the entire domain? There's 109 to this one, only 6 to this web page. Same thing with backlinks to the page and backlinks to the domain. So as you can see, and this is good news actually, because the domains are authoritative, no doubt. They're definitely not untouchable. These two, these here, this one, and this one are under or right around 1,000 links to the entire domain, which means that these are not that strong. And if you look over here, so I'm kind of second guessing this market. I thought it was a really competitive market, which it is, but not as competitive as I originally thought. And if you look here at the next metrics, which are PA and DA, page authority and domain authority, a PA of 48 and a domain authority of 49 is certainly strong. So this person has a strong website. And frankly, I don't know why the page has an authority of 48 if there are only 6 referring domains to the page and 11 backlinks to the page. So either those links are really strong, and we'll get into that as well, but for some reason SEO Moz thinks that this page is very, very authoritative. But the rest of them here you can see are just average at best. So the PA of this one is 31, so this page here is a 31, and the domain is only a 22. Here 20, so if they're in the 20s, 30s, definitely doable, probably I'd say mediocre strength. Anything less is pretty weak, like this one here, PA of 19. PA of 19, any site can get a PA of 19 rather quickly. It won't take too many links to get the strength of the site up that high. 15, beatable. 30, mediocre. 33, mediocre. 18, and 20. So already I saw 4 different pages that are not that strong at all in terms of the page authority, the SEO Moz page authority. And it's reflective of these links, because if you look here, again, referring domains to the pages that are ranking, 6, 1, 1, 2, 0, 4, 8, 0, and 0, not very strong at all. Not a lot of links going to these pages at all. And another thing that it tells you is that Google is starting to rank pages on very authoritative domains more so than exact match domains or a site that's only out for this one term, wrongful death attorney, a wrongful death lawyer, Los Angeles. So that is good news, because I think that given, first we can start off with a couple YouTube videos and try to get them ranked on the first page really quickly, and that's pretty easy to do these days. All it takes is a good amount of links. And as for your website, it might take a month or two depending on how new it is and how over-optimized it is with those anchor text terms that we spoke about at the beginning. So now that we know that this is a market that we could win in long term, not the easiest. It's not quick rankings, but we can definitely compete in this market. The next thing to do would be to look at the links of these pages, where they're getting their links from. And we can do that by using a tool called Majestic SEO. And I'm already logged in here. And what we'd like to do is go to Google or wherever to get the actual URL. We could copy and paste it from here, like so, and put it into Majestic SEO. Okay. And these are the same numbers as Market Samurai has, but it shows us a lot more about the actual page. So there's 11 external backlinks, 6 referring domains, and like I said, this is more important than the total number of backlinks. And then citation flow and trust flow. The trust flow is 0, so that's saying that the page is not that strong. Although I have a feeling, because this here says last crawl result was 406 not acceptable, I have a good feeling that all the links are not showing up here. Here, let's take a look somewhere else, because Majestic SEO doesn't have it as very strong, but SEO Moz, which uses Open Site Explorer, I think they own that as their tool. Let's put it in Open Site Explorer, and at least we can get an idea of why SEO Moz thought of this as such a powerful domain. If you remember, right here, the SEO Moz was a 48 for the page, even though Majestic SEO wasn't showing anything. So I think that something's blocking Majestic SEO from seeing all the numbers. That's my opinion. Because if you look here, here's the 49 page authority. Established links, 160 total links to the page. Let's see. So I can't get any more, but as you can see, I get some. So this is important to note. You can see here that the same domain, ehlinelaw.com, has many different subdomains and pages, all linking back to that page. So this is called internal linking, and these links count as well. So a lot of people overlook this because they think that only the external links matter, which is not the case. As you can see here, all these links coming from the same exact website are counting and making this web page even more authoritative. So what I like to look at this as is the more internal linking you have, the better the external links will do. So if a link pointing in is coming from an outside site, and you have no internal linking on your website at all, that linking is going to come to that page and stop. But these other links coming from other pages means that every link coming to these other pages will eventually pass link juice on to the final page being linked to. So a little bit, it might be a little bit over some of your heads, a little technical here, but just know that Google is counting internal links from your own website, from the same website, as it is external links. Important to note. So here you see that he did a press release on 247pressrelease.com. Here it's a directory called nupex.org. Okay, let's go back to Majestic, and I want to see the number of links going to the entire domain here. So not a ton. Let me look at the actual domain, not just the subdomain. So if you look at the domain ehlinelaw.com, the domain itself is very, very powerful, and that's why all the subdomains and everything else on the domain, the pages, are benefiting from this link juice. As you can see, in the last 5 years, he has over 222,000 links and 14,000 links in the past 2 months. And this is anchor text, and this shows you, and this is one major area for penalization lately. And when I say penalized, not necessarily getting wiped off the index, but penalized so that you won't go any further than, let's say, like page 2 or page 3. And no matter how hard you try, you just can't get up to the first page. This person has a very good mix of anchor text, and this is what you want. As you can see here, his highest anchor text is 2.4%, which is very impressive. And this is a big reason why his site is ranking so well for many, many terms. I've seen this many times, that this is excellent. Other sites that you'll see, especially on page 2 or page 3, will use the same term over and over again too much. They want to rank for the term so badly, Los Angeles wrongful death lawyer, that you'll see that exact term over 10% of the time, which is a no-no these days. And the more links you need, the more diversified this has to be. So if you only need 10 links and 2 of them coming in are, say, Los Angeles wrongful death lawyer in the anchor text, then that's fine, even though it's 20% of all the links, right? But if you're going to need 5,000, 10,000 links to compete with these other websites, then 10% of the anchor text coming in being one term is way too much. And now this is what separates, the people that say they want to do white hat SEO and only get links from trusted sources and only things that Google thinks are clean and ethical and places that you can get links from. But that doesn't really matter, and that's not what's getting results these days, because even someone like that could go out and build links on these, let's say, press release sites or directory links coming in, which Google sees nothing wrong with, let's say. But if the person keeps using the same anchor text over and over and over again, they're not going to get any results. So it's not so much, although I don't, condone spamming the world with your links, it's not so much the quality of the sites anymore as it is this right here, this anchor text and this over-optimization of your website and of the anchor text coming into your website. And this is an excellent example to look at as someone that's doing it right. And also to note, at the top here are brand links, which are doing really well in Google right now. Google loves to see that this person is an authority and people are referring to him by name. So as you can see, these have the name of the attorney and the law firm in almost all the top links. And here you go, Los Angeles personal injury attorneys is the first exact match anchor text term that we found, and it's only less than 1% of the total terms used. Injury lawyer, less than 1%, and personal injury attorney, less than 1%. And other anchor texts account for 85%. So a huge mix of different terms pointing into this website. Let's look a little closer here at how many exactly how many different anchor texts this person is using. Let's go to the end. And I think it'll only give me, it'll stop at 1,000, but there's probably more than 1,000. Majestic SEO just cut it off. And that's a huge number of different anchor texts. Great example. Great example. This guy, to get the #1 spot for Los Angeles wrongful death lawyer, it's going to take a lot of work. This guy has a great site here, a huge authority site, and either the SEO is coming in naturally, and that's why there's all these different terms pointing to it, or the person building these links really knows what he's doing and making it look natural, which is what we like to do. Because, in my opinion, waiting around for other sites to link into your attorney website 10,000 times is probably not going to happen in your lifetime. So we have to do something about it. Anyway, so 1,000 different terms, and you can come in here and look for yourself in Majestic SEO at all the different terms that he's used. Great example. So next, I'd like to go to the backlinks themselves. And again, this might not be the greatest choice of examples because we're looking at the entire domain, and who knows how many subdomains he has. But the Los Angeles subdomain didn't have that many links at all. So I'd like to look at this one, but we'll look at another one real closely. Another thing that we're really seeing is if you look at the, so that's funny, the mattcutts.com blog right here, that's probably, Panzer Mike is probably a blog comment. And this trust flow and citation flow shows you how authoritative the link is. I love to look at trust flow and citation flow when it comes to the links pointing into your site, because if it's anything over 30, the link is excellent. Even if the page rank doesn't show it right now because it's delayed to catch up, the actual Google page rank, as you see here, the links, this trust flow and citation flow are an excellent measure of the site's authority. So I see this forum a lot lately, $1,000,000advocates.com, and it's a paid forum. You can pay for the year, and it gets you a trust flow of 50 and citation flow of 43 website links. So that's just phenomenal. So let's open this up here. And I apologize, I'm going to have to go back and forth because I opened up the wrong thing here. Well, we'll open up Majestic SEO in this Firefox. So we just click and open it into here. And look at this. So it's the actual page where the link is found. One second. So the link says his name here, right? And I want to find the link on that site. So I press find down here. Control F gives me a find. And then I copy that in there, and it shows the link right here. You see here, Michael Paul Echline, I don't know how to say his name, Eline, Santa Monica, California. That's the link. So if you hover over it, that's a live link from this PageRank 3 page. Another thing is that a lot of people talk about high PageRank backlinks, but they may just mean that the domain itself has a high authority. So as you can see, the domain has a PageRank of 4, but a PA of 67 and a DA of 67. So a lot of people, when they say high PageRank backlinks, they mean the entire domain. When we at Apricot Law talk about high PageRank backlinks, we're trying to get backlinks on pages that have high PageRank, which is infinitely more powerful than just having it on an inner page of a powerful domain when the page itself doesn't have any PageRank at all. So but this one's a good link. This one has a PageRank 3 page. So this is an easy one to get for yourself. You just buy a listing in this directory, and you too can have this link. And we put together a list of 65 top lawyer directories that your website should be listed in over at apricotlaw.com. And you want to get that as quickly as possible, because these directories are what I'm seeing over and over in people's link profiles lately. As you can see here, martindale.com, another directory. Yellow Pages, you could probably get a link in that. Onedex, I don't know what that is. Let's check it out. So you can see submit website. This is another directory. So a lot of people are using directories these days. And like I said earlier, as long as you're not using the same anchor text over and over again, that's fine. Let's take a look at more of his links. Militarymorons.com. Right on the home page. Oh, it's been deleted, so that means that it was moved on to another page. So who knows? This might have been a sponsored link. Usually, sometimes there's paid links on these pages. Okay, so what a great way to get people's backlinks and to beat them, right? You just look at what the successful people are doing well, and you try to get the links in the same exact place as them. And then we drop the hammer by getting high PageRank backlinks from actual authority pages, which Apricot Law specializes in. So LarryBodine.com/feed. So let's move on, because I don't know exactly how. So there's a lot of comment links here, but let's move on to the next site, because I don't particularly like looking at this entire domain. It's a big authority domain. I'd rather look at some smaller domain and see what they're doing to get up here, because most of the time the people listening have smaller sites and they don't plan on building a huge authority website. So that's why I'd rather look at some smaller page here. Okay, so Los Angeles wrongful death attorney. This is the page that's ranking, and let's put it into the Firefox browser instead this time. First, I'll look at the page's backlinks. 125 different backlinks to this page from 4 domains. So not that strong because 4 domains are linking to the site 125 times. So basically 4 websites, 4 different websites from multiple pages on the site are linking 125 times in total to this site. And as you can see, this person is beatable. This page is beatable. The anchor text is very over-optimized, using 75% of the time Los Angeles wrongful death attorney and 25% of the time wrongful death attorney. So the only reason that Google allowed this one to pass by its filter and get to page 1 is because the domain itself is probably pretty authoritative. Let's take a look at the links to the domain. This is where it gets juicy because we can look at where they're getting their links from. So 315 different backlinks with a very good citation flow and trust flow, which means that the links this person is getting, where they're getting their links from are usually pretty good to have this type of trust flow and citation flow. And then homepage title, David Shoup Law, Burn Injury Attorney. That's his title. So I wonder if he ranks for Burn Injury Attorney Los Angeles. David Shoup, Burn Injury Lawyer. So, and also look who's number 2 is that elinelaw.com that we just looked at. That's funny. So legal defenders, we also saw them. And we'd like to see like what players are ranking for all different types of pages, right? So as you can see, this one here we saw as well, and the inner pages ranking. This is probably not a very authoritative term. So it's probably one that you can rank for. All these are inner pages on authority domains, and there's a bunch of different little players in this market as well. So I like to look at these numbers here. So this is a brand new site here. So Burn Injury Lawyer, Burn Injury Attorney Los Angeles, a fast ranker in my opinion, one that you should copy down here. So I like to take a notepad. We have one open here, and copy the ones that I see that are interesting to me, and then we can go later and put them into the Google Keyword Planner and see if they have any search volume. Because this one you could rank for really quickly, just by looking at the players in the market are not very strong, especially this one here. This is a brand new website ranking for it, just because he has the word in the title of the site. So make a page on your site called Los Angeles Burn Injury Lawyer or something less optimized, like Best Burn Injury Lawyer in Los Angeles or Los Angeles area. And so that's a quick ranker here, a good keyword, Los Angeles Burn Injury Attorney in my opinion. You can just make a page and rank it with a few links pretty quickly. You might not even need any links. It might rank just because it has the name in the page. So that's a good one. I was just curious because, as you can see here, his the title of his website is Burn Injury Attorney. Let me see. Excuse me, all over the place. So here, davidshouplaw.com, Burn Injury Attorney. So that's why he's ranking for that really easily. It's the name of his site. His entire site is based around burn injuries. And he's also ranking for Los Angeles wrongful death attorney number 2. And this guy should not even be here. I mean, all of his anchor text is highly over-optimized. It would be a shock to me if he was here for a long time. He's ranking. So either his links are pretty good and his titles, descriptions are under-optimized or not over-optimized, for lack of a better word. But if you look here, Los Angeles truck accident attorney accounts for 21%, 13% for Los Angeles wrongful death attorney, Los Angeles burn injury attorney, 13%. God, the guy just overdoes this. Like whoever's doing his SEO, this is like exact opposite of what we were looking at earlier. We're looking at one that was a pro and one that's an amateur. Deploy recall attorney. I mean, this guy is using the same exact anchor text over and over again, and he doesn't use any of the firm's name at all, or anything except for terms that he wants to rank for. This is like 1998 SEO or 2003. But let's look at his links, because he's doing something right, right? He has some pretty powerful links here. 36 and 34. I thought I was logged in already. Okay, so let's take a look. The fact that these links open up in the same exact page is very frustrating. You have to remember to click right-click and hit open in a new tab. So this one here, he is on the home page. It hasn't been deleted. On the home page of this site here, which is a blog network. As you can see, like I said, look how much this guy is ranking. Extremely optimized with anchor text, and he's ranking for a bunch of different LA related terms. Why? Because his link is found on high page rank pages. Up here, this page itself has a page rank of 4, PA of 40, and DA of 33. So either the SEO or he signed up for a service, but somebody owns this blog network with the expressed intent of putting your link on here and getting it ranked, because it's such a high page rank web page. The home page usually is the highest. So Los Angeles wrongful death attorney, and we could try to find his link. There it is. See? If you hover over it and you look down here, when I hover over it, you'll see the page that it's linking to. It's linking to the inner page, Los Angeles wrongful death attorney. And this link right here, and probably a few others, is the reason he's number 2 for this term. Number 2 in a highly competitive marketplace, over-optimized to death, because he's on the homepage of very powerful websites, high page rank websites. It's a blatant example of how well this works. And to say that it won't work forever is asinine. It's been working for 15 years. They may get rid of PageRank, so that people can't see how powerful sites are. But then we have other metrics to look at, like PA is telling you it's a PageRank 4, just like the PageRank says, a DA of 33, and you can look at the citation flow and trust flow. But links from powerful sites like this flat out work. So you probably can't get one of these on this site specifically. Actos lawyer. It's a big term, defective drug. But for this one to rank this guy for just straight up Actos lawyer is a stretch, because Actos lawyer is a lot different story than Los Angeles wrongful death attorney. But let's take a look. odcms.net. You never know. If this guy ranks for Actos lawyer, he does. Check it out. That's how powerful these links are. This guy is ranking for Actos lawyer. Incredible. I'm curious to see this guy now. So we can take a look at this website to see what other links he's getting. Now we're getting off the beaten path, but this is a great example of how well these high page rank links are working. Drug and Medical Device Resource Center, ODMCS. Let's look at his links. Not too over-optimized. Like the top one is 7%, and that's his name, mesothelioma lawyer. This would shock me. Even more than the last one. I'm not going to click it because then I'll just mesothelioma lawyer. There he is. Oh, that's excellent. Give me a 1 if you're looking at this here. If you're paying attention at all in the chat box, could you just give me a number 1? This guy ranks for mesothelioma lawyer and Actos lawyer because of high page rank backlinks, which is Apricot Law's specialty. How do you guys think we ranks for this one here? Personal injury lawyer and why? It's working all day long. How about this one? Car accident lawyer and why? Number 2. Why do you think that is? Proof, proof, proof over and over at how well these things are working. I just can't believe this one though. This is a $200 term. Shocking. Let's see how much this costs. So this guy's ranking for mesothelioma lawyer. So this term, mesothelioma lawyer, gets 2,400 searches per month with a suggested bid of $195 every time somebody clicks on the ad. So to have this ad in Google, right here on the side or up top, these people are paying every time you click on it. I won't click on it because it would just be wrong. But every time somebody clicks on this person is paying $200. And this person got here by organic SEO. And then every time somebody clicks on the link, it's a lot cheaper to do this the SEO way for such a highly valuable term, as you can imagine. So I'm just shocked here. We went off the beaten path a little bit, but let's get back to the Los Angeles wrongful death lawyer. Shocking. This guy's ranking for everything with high-powered backlinks. Let's just take a look at another couple of them. I want to see where he's getting links from. So the first one was this same site as the other guy, but as you can see, they're not like incredibly powerful sites. Anti-anxiety medications treatment.com, another private blog network site. As you can see, you can just tell when you look at them. And this one is a page rank 2. Asbestos Lawyers, California. So his page is not on the first page anymore, which is fine. Actos Lawyer, let me just double check. Yep, it's right there. So the first page of this site, so all the link juice on this site is going to a couple of links. 2. Every ounce of link juice coming through this website is going out by only 2 doors. Asbestos Lawyer California, and the other one is Actos Lawyer. So that's why he's ranking for these terms, because all the juice of these powerful sites is going to his site, is passing through to his site. Let's look at a couple of others. aloneheart.com. So this one's a page rank 5. And he's got a link on here for mesothelioma lawyer, attorney, right here. So his link is right here, exactly the way, exact match anchor text, mesothelioma attorney. I know we got off the track here, but this is just a fantastic example of how well these high page rank sites are working. Page rank 5 web page, linking out to only a few places. So it's not cheap to do this because these sites are costing him hundreds of dollars to get, whoever created these sites. and he puts a handful of links on them pointing to these various websites. We got a little overlap here, my friends. You think that these two sites are somehow related? davidshooplaw.com and odcms.net. They have some of the same links, so you never know. They could own it together. For some reason, they have access to these sites. But this is what Apricot Law specializes in, so you're in good hands. All right, let's get back to the other term here. davidshooplaw.com. We're probably going to get a lot of the same links, as you can see. aloneheart.com is the same one. Leather Page. So Leather Page, another high page rank site, 3. Not incredibly high. But here's his link right here. So this has been a ton of proof that that works. But how do you get them for yourself? Well, give Apricot Law a call, and we'll let you know how to get links on pages like these, because obviously it's working. So 2rivercenter.org, page rank 4. Deploy recall attorney, so recall attorney right here. So this is his link to the deploy recall attorney page on his site. And let's look. He's ranked number 1 for that too. That's awesome. So we can beat this one to death, but as you can see, it's not a lot of them. There's only probably a handful of blog network links. See, these are just the same, but different pages on the same site. Again, a page rank 2 website. Okay, here it is here. His link again. So let's take a look at one more website, if you don't mind, because that one, so the first one was at number 1 because it's a huge authority website. He's got 15,000 different links going to the domain. This guy doesn't have many links at all, a couple hundred, but they're all from very powerful web pages. The next guy, he ranks for a lot of different things as well. I've seen him. So let's take a look at his website. And we're going to run out of time, but we did get one. But this one, Los Angeles burn injury attorney. What I like to do to get keyword ideas is while I'm looking through these different websites, you could look at their practice areas and copy and paste all of their different. So do you see these are all keywords here. These are keywords that you could go after. And like, let's say you want to specialize in these keywords in the Los Angeles area. Well, you just put Los Angeles amputations or Los Angeles amputation attorney in front of it. But you have your secretary or your assistant copy all of these terms down onto a notepad doc and then search for the Google Keyword Planner, and you come here to the Keyword Planner in Google. It's a Google AdWords tool. I think you have to be logged in to use it now. It wasn't the case in the past. And if you go here to search for new ideas, you plug it in here and it'll tell you the search volume per month of each of these terms. This keyword planner, people mistakenly think that it's going to give you all of the ideas, but it doesn't. It just gives you specifically related terms. Like if you put in personal injury lawyer Los Angeles, it might give you personal injury attorney San Diego. So they're not really relevant terms to you that they're giving you. You have to go out and do the research like we just did and then come back and plug them in here to get the numbers. The other way around is a mistake. So look at your attorney competition for their links, anchor text they're using, where they're getting their links, and also the terms on their website like we just showed you. Okay, so really quickly we'll go through the last one. I just wanted to shut some of the pages there. The last one we found was this here, psblaw.com. And let's put it into the Majestic SEO. And so he has directory links up top, avvo.com, cala.org. I never heard of that one, so let's take a look. So Consumer Attorneys and Law Association of Los Angeles. So this is another directory where you can get a link from right on this page, and it's PR4. So it doesn't get much better than that. You just contact these people, and I'm pretty sure you could see this attorney directory here, and you could sign up. Membership benefits. Let's take a look at how much it costs. So become a member. So it doesn't tell you right there, but it might tell you in the application. Okay, so you can get a link from there. AVVO, AVO, I guess. hypeimpact.com/about-us. LLS.edu. I want to see this one here. So he doesn't have as many powerful websites linking into him. See, this is towards the top of his backlinks, and it's a PR0. But it's from Loyola Law School, the adjunct faculty. And so he has a link on here. So that's authoritative because it's relevant, not because it's a high page rank. Innercircle.org. I'm pretty sure this is a directory that I've seen in the past. So a lot of directory links these days in people's profiles. Again, go ahead and download that list of 65 directories that Apricot Law put together, and this is one of them on there. You could pay for membership to that one. Okay, so a lot of these are just directories that this guy is using. But like I said, he has a bunch of different links, so that's why he's ranking so well for all these different websites, all of these different terms. Forbes.com. Let's take a look at this. Maybe he had a comment here or something. Let's see. $4.9 billion whopper. Right here. So they actually linked to him for an award that he, for a settlement that he had, which is a natural link from an excellent website, Forbes.com. I think it was a PR4, that page. Yeah, so this guy, $4.9 billion verdict, got linked to naturally from Forbes.com. And I'm not sure if that was a press release or a story. I think it was just a story. Yeah, it's just a story on him, so that's good. You're probably not going to be able to get one there, unfortunately, but he was able to. Okay, so let's just recap here. What do I think about the Los Angeles wrongful death lawyer market? My first impression was that it was very, very competitive, which it is. People, the players in this market are very big websites, as you can see by the index count of the pages. They have a lot of backlinks to the entire domain, but half of them or more are beatable. This guy here did not list his backlinks, but we saw on Majestic, it was just a glitch of this one here, but we saw on Majestic itself that he has 350 different backlinks, mostly coming from blog network links that he or someone working for him controls. So they own the list, and they can put, for some reason it redid it and put this guy number 1. So I guess if you search Google again, it might flip around. But anyway, so there's a few people here that you can beat. There's definitely a lot of ideas here you can copy and then pass them once you've copied all their strategies. But there is some space here. What I would do is I'd rank a YouTube video up here like really quickly. You can do that in about a week. So get one of your YouTube videos with the title, description, everything optimized properly with the term in there, not exactly as is, but like in a sentence, conversational. So the title, the description, everything set up properly on that YouTube video. You can link to it a bunch of times or call Apricot Law, and we'll tell you more of how to get that done. And get that YouTube video on page 1 right away. And then after about a month or two, I'd see that you can get your website up here as well by getting a bunch of different attorney links. You can use our 65 top lawyer directory list that we have for free for download at our website, apricotlaw.com. So get those, and then also give us a call or email us, Nick, N-I-C-K, at apricotlaw.com to let us know if you have any interest in the private blog network that obviously is working so well for this guy. So it's definitely doable. And then we found a couple of other keywords. We found Los Angeles burn injury attorney, and I showed you that other website where you could just copy and paste all of his different keywords that he's trying to rank for and see if any of them are worth your time. But it's not rocket science, as you can see. There's some spots here. And then we could do the same thing for burn injury attorney or any other keyword that we find. You slap it into here, and you can see if it's a place that you'd want to compete in. And lastly, the backlinks to these pages are not very many. So that's why I think that Los Angeles wrongful death lawyer is doable for anybody, for a client of Apricot Law anyway. So if you have any questions, let me know. Any questions out there before we end this? You'd have to put them in the chat box on the GoToWebinar control panel there. Okay, so no questions. I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, you could email me, Nick at apricotlaw.com, or find us at apricotlaw.com on the web. We look forward to hearing from you and helping you, and we'll have this webinar again next week, and we'll be analyzing a different keyword in a different city next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this has been Nick Ringus, over and out.